Tyla was supposed to be unstoppable, the fresh new face of Afrobeats, the viral star TikTok couldn't get enough of, the Grammy winner who did what most artists dream of in an entire career in just 1 year. But that dream is slipping away faster than anyone expected, because behind the flawless visuals, the Billboard headlines, and the viral dances lies a $50 million rumor that could explain everything. Jaguar Wright recently went public, accusing Tyla of being nothing more than an industry puppet, a product, not a person, manufactured to manipulate young fans while hiding something much darker behind the scenes. And the more you look, the worse it gets. From eyebrow-raising lyrics to interviews that mysteriously get shut down, to identity scandals that blew up on 2 continents, even fellow celebrities are starting to distance themselves. So the question is, was Tyla ever the real deal? Or have we all been watching the carefully built rise and sudden collapse of the music industry's most dangerous illusion? When Water dropped, the internet didn't just react, it exploded. The track was addictive, the choreography perfectly polished, and the TikTok challenges viral from the very first day. It felt like the song had been engineered in a lab, and maybe it was, because this wasn't the usual grind of a new artist clawing their way up. There were no awkward early singles, no mixtapes, no struggle years earning credibility. Tyla came out the gate with a full package, high-budget visuals, label-polished styling, and a rollout that looked more like a tech product launch than a debut single. That's when fans started whispering the word every artist fears: plant. And once that label sticks, the cracks start to show. At first, no one questioned the hype. Water was just another catchy hit, right? But when people actually listened to the lyrics, make me sweat, make me hotter, make me lose my breath, make me water, the conversation shifted. Why? Because Tyla's biggest audience wasn't adults in clubs. It was kids, 8-year-olds, 11-year-olds, teen girls posting TikTok dances in their bedrooms. That's exactly what set Jaguar Wright off. In a viral rant, she accused the industry of deliberately sexualizing Tyla for young audiences, not by accident, but by design. Ron Narch, her warning painted a disturbing picture: little girls copying seductive lyrics while predators watched in silence. Suddenly, the song wasn't just a harmless bop. It became a problem. Ron Narch and uncomfortable questions started to spread. Why push a song like this so hard to children? Why package Tyla as a teen idol while giving her lyrics that belong in a bedroom? Ron Narch, the more people talked, the louder the backlash grew. And this time, it wasn't just about one song. It was about intent, about who was really pulling the strings. Just as the storm around her lyrics reached its peak, Tyla lit another fire, and this one blew up far bigger than anyone saw coming. During a radio interview, she casually said, "In South Africa, my race is called colored." 5 words, one cultural explosion. In South Africa, the term colored is an official racial category from apartheid, used to describe people of mixed heritage. But in the US, where most of Tyla's fans are based, that same word is a racial slur loaded with history, segregation, and pain. Her fan base, especially young Black Americans, didn't just find it confusing, they found it offensive. And when Tyla was pressed about it live on The Breakfast Club, she froze. Eyes wide, looking off camera, completely silent, until her PR team allegedly tried to cut the segment off entirely. Charlemagne refused, and that clip went viral. Fans started saying things like, "She's not one of us, she doesn't even want to be." Others questioned how someone could profit from Black culture, Black music, and Black audiences, and then distance herself the second it got uncomfortable. But the worst part wasn't the comment, it was the silence that followed. No explanation, no clarity, just PR damage control. And that silence sent a clear message. This image wasn't authentic, it was manufactured. By now, the theory that Tyla was being controlled was gaining traction, and her next big interview only confirmed it. When she sat down again with The Breakfast Club, her team showed up with a banned list of questions. Here's what hosts weren't allowed to bring up: no mention of her rumored romance, no questions about dropping out of Chris Brown's tour, no talk about the colored controversy, even though it was still trending, no comparisons to Rihanna. Basically, the interview was supposed to be a safe zone: smile, nod, say nothing real. But Charlemagne wasn't playing along. When the tough questions came up, Tyla froze again. And fans watching saw exactly what they feared: not a confident young star, but someone terrified to step off script. Instead of a relatable artist, they saw a corporate product. And in music, nothing kills loyalty faster than fans realizing they're being sold a brand instead of connecting with a person. Just months ago, Tyla was untouchable. Her debut album broke records, over 1 billion Spotify streams in 3 months, Billboard Top 25, and the title of most streamed African female project in US history. She even outstreamed Beyoncé. That alone should have cemented her as a legend. But when her follow-up EP dropped, the numbers tanked. Critics who once praised her started questioning if the hype had been manufactured all along. Then came the real red flag. The brands vanished. A fashion collab, pulled. A beauty campaign insiders say was already shot and edited, shelved. Suddenly, labels and sponsors didn't want her name attached, not because of talent, but because of liability. In the industry, when money walks away quietly, it usually knows something fans haven't figured out yet. But the brands weren't the only ones backing away. Celebrities who once hyped Tyla up started going quiet too. In the music world, silence can be louder than support. And right now, Tyla is surrounded by it. Halle Bailey, the same Halle who held Tyla's VMA trophy on stage when it was too heavy for her, didn't say a word when the backlash hit. Not a post, not a comment, nothing. And her silence spoke volumes. Because if your industry friends don't defend you when the fire comes, it usually means they're no longer on your side. Tour rumors confirmed it too. Insiders say Tyla was supposed to join a major Afrobeats tour in the US, but her name disappeared from the lineup. Promoters allegedly didn't want the risk. Even artists with no connection to the drama reportedly said, "I don't want my name next to hers." That's when it became official. Tyla wasn't trending. She was taboo. Jaguar Wright didn't stop at calling water inappropriate. She doubled down, accusing Tyla of being part of a much bigger plan. According to her, Tyla wasn't discovered. She was designed. Jaguar compared her to artists like Lil Nas X, Lizzo, and Sexy Red, claiming they were all products of an industry agenda aimed at shaping culture from the top down. This wasn't about music anymore. It was about programming. The overnight rise with no grind, the hypersexual lyrics marketed to kids, the PR lockdown on interviews, the identity scandal that alienated her US base, the brands and celebrities backing away in silence. To critics, it looked like a playbook. Build a star, push them everywhere, then pull the plug once the backlash hits, leaving a trail of confused, disappointed fans. Right now, Tyla isn't just facing backlash, she's facing a full career crisis. The numbers are slipping, the fans are divided, the brands have ghosted, and the same industry that built her up is quietly stepping back like they never knew her. This wasn't about one mistake, it was about how she handled every chance to set things right. From water, to the colored comment, to the Breakfast Club disaster, she stayed silent or hid behind her team. Fans don't turn on artists just because of controversy. They turn when they feel disrespected, when they feel like they've been sold a lie. Ron Tyla's biggest supporters, young black women in America, now feel like she doesn't see them, doesn't understand them, maybe never did. Ron Tyla's, even her defenders back home in South Africa, couldn't bridge the cultural gap. Instead, their defense only highlighted how divided her audience had become. And that's where she stands today, in the middle of a storm of broken trust, industry silence, and a reputation that may never recover. The same media that once crowned her the future of Afrobeats has already moved on. The hype is gone. The narrative has flipped. So now the question isn't how far Tyla will rise, it's whether she'll survive the fall at all. Because maybe Tyla was built for fame, or maybe she was just built to sell. Jaguar Wright says she was nothing more than a $50 million product designed to serve an agenda bigger than herself. And looking at how quickly the machine abandoned her, it's a hard theory to ignore. But maybe it's simpler. Maybe Tyla wasn't a villain, just not ready. Maybe this is what happens when cultural lines blur too quickly, when an artist is marketed to a world they don't fully understand. At the end of the day, music is only half the story. The rest is trust, identity, and accountability. And right now, Tyla is still searching for all three. Was Tyla the victim of a cultural misunderstanding, or the collapse of a carefully crafted illusion? Drop your thoughts in the comments, we want to hear your take. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because the next story, it's even messier than this one.